I am so cool, nonchalant. You know what I mean? What do they call that when you're jaded, right? Well, I'm not. I'm thrilled to see you. I hope you're as thrilled at the end of our show as I am at the beginning of it. So I am Beth Green, and Damien, our stage manager, he said I should, we didn't know what to call me, because I wrote the play, I wrote the music, I played the music, I wrote the lyrics, and so what do you call that person? You know, Mom. So anyway, we feel very, very blessed and grateful to the Majestic Theater for making this possible. So I want to tell you deep, from a deep place, this musical means a lot to us because we feel that the world that we live in is just tearing itself apart, and we need more love. But we need to know how to do it. And so this musical is really devoted to seeing where we are and maybe what we can do to get where we want to go. And so this is a really important thing to us. And it focuses on a couple, but it could be anybody. And it doesn't even have to be individuals. It can be races. It can be gender identification. It's just the lack of oneness and love on the earth today, and our relationship of the species. I mean, I don't have to tell you, because if you didn't feel the same way, you wouldn't be here. So we're trying to make our small contribution. And it's a healing arts theater production. So at a certain point in the show, I'm going to come up and stop the show and ask you to share, if you want to, how you're feeling. And if you're not comfortable sharing, you don't have to say anything. There's no force. But sometimes when you're watching something, feelings come up, and you want to have a chance to express them, and then we'll go on. And it's at a very critical moment where everything looks terrible, right? But don't leave, because we're going to turn this thing around. So maybe hugs and kisses. Oh, let me warn you about one thing. When our cast comes out, they're going to introduce themselves as who they are, Rozz Hopson and James Maynard. But then we're going to switch in, and then the characters are going to introduce themselves. So if you hear two introductions, you'll know why. Say, wait a minute, these people are repeating themselves. They don't seem that old. So that's what it is. And so I'm praying for us, for humanity, for the universe. And we pray that we may be making one small drop of a contribution to that better world. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
So before we begin, we're going to do a little tune.
Yes, we are.
I'd like to introduce myself. I'm James Maynard, and I play one of the two characters in the program. I'm a singer, I'm a musician, and a songwriter, and I contributed a melody of one of my songs to the musical. But I also have some cognitive impairment, and sometimes when I'm stressed I get a little mixed up and may not start at the right time, but I really want to perform this show. And other than my own melody, all my songs were written for me by my wife, Beth, and on some level they're about me, as well as so many others. Plus, I have to confess that singing in a musical is a long-time dream of mine. So I'm going to go ahead with the show, despite my impairment and potential blunders. And if I have to stop and correct myself, bear with me. I think it'll be worthwhile.
Hi, I'm Rozz Hopson, and I've been performing in front of audiences in one capacity or another since I was a child. Yet, despite having spent all those years on the stage, I've never felt like I could be truly open with my audience or myself. So much of my life has been about self-protection that I've never really allowed myself to be seen. When I asked Beth to write songs for me, I thought this would just be another great next step in my musical career. I had no idea that it would be such a wild, painful, cathartic, and sobering journey into and through my own protective shell. I never thought this experience would support me to come out the other side as me, warts, scars, and all. Truth is, I'm still emerging, and often I feel anxious and afraid to feel so vulnerable to let others see me that way. Yet, at the same time, I'm healing in ways I never dreamed of, and experiencing myself and others in ways I never imagined as well. So now, let us begin.
My life, all the years that I have wasted, all the life I've never tasted, all gone now. My life, all the years that I have wasted, all the tears I've never tasted, all gone now. My life, all the years that I have wasted, all the love I've never tasted, all gone now. My life. It's a sad song, isn't it? And you may wonder how I ended up this way. Well, I'm going to share that story with you in song. But throughout this musical, I'm also going to share with you how I turned it around, how we turned it around. And I'm excited to tell you all about it because I think you will laugh and cry with me, identify with me, and maybe co-create a better world with me. So join us with this life journey, a journey that many of us know all too well. Who am I? I could be anyone at any time. But before going on, I want to introduce you to a remarkable woman, my partner on this journey. And she will tell you her story, a story that many of you have also lived.
Hi everyone, I'm another anybody, and I want to share my song about my life before I met him. And he could have been a woman or anyone, but in this case, it's a him. And I hope you can feel this song as your own too. And whether you're a man, a woman, or other yourself, I hope you can relate. The song is called Invisible, and I bet there are a lot of you out there who have felt invisible and are still struggling to be seen and heard. I'm gonna tell you, I just won't lie. I'm the girl at the cleaners and you pass me by. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I just won't lie. I'm the girl at the office and you pass me by. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I just won't lie. If I lift up my skirt, you're gonna stop and say hi. Oh no, I've got a story I want to tell, and if you don't wanna hear it, then just go to hell. Oh, I'm not a thing or a catch or a short-term fling. I've got a soul to know. I want to be the leading lady who's right there out front. I want to be the woman all admire. I want to see myself standing just in front of the choir. Oh, I'm like the woman on the stage whose face and glory are the rage. I can do it, I really can. You just don't know me. I'm gonna make it, I know I can. You just don't know how great I am. I'm not the woman you think you see behind the counter. I'm not the woman you think I am at each encounter. No, I'm gifted, I'm special, I'm me, I'm invisible. I'm Maggie, I'm Maggie, I'm Tamika, I'm Shamika, I'm Lucia, I'm Lupita, I'm May, I'm gay, I'm invisible. I'm on Facebook every day. I have a pain in my knee and my cat ran away. I look in the mirror and despite what my friends say, I can see I'm getting older and it's harder to pray. I put on my makeup and these really cute shoes, but at the end of the day, I'm still singing the blues. You try to love me and give me a hug, but I drown myself in a coffee mug. I'm not a thing or a catch or a short-term fling. I've got a soul like you. I want to be that person who's out in front of the crowd. I want to be that woman that all admire. I want to step out in front of the choir. Ooh. I'm like that woman on the stage who lights up the room. Ooh. I can make it, I really can. You just don't know me. I'm gonna make it. I know I can. You just don't know how great I am. I'm not that woman you see behind the counter. No, I'm not that woman you meet at each encounter. You see, I'm gifted. I'm special. I'm me. I'm invisible. I'm Maggie, I'm Tamika, I'm Shamika, I'm Lucy, I'm Lupita, I'm May, I'm gay, I'm invisible. I've got a story that I want to tell, and if you don't want to hear it, then just go to hell. But when I stand here before you and you want to hear, I've got nothing to say, 'cause I'm full of fear. I've got nothing to say, and I feel the tears running down my face, even though you're near, because to me I'll always be invisible, invisible. Invisible.
Well, that song really pains me to hear. I think I've often been the other person she's describing, the one that makes her feel invisible. But I do want to say, and I know it sounds defensive, that I'm not really such a bad guy. It's just that I've been a bit of a mess myself, afraid to connect to anybody. Some of you may know how that feels too, so I'm asking you to understand me. And that's what this next song is about. When you listen to Too Busy for Love, you'll know why she and so many others feel invisible, but at the same time, you'll see me, and maybe even identify with me yourself, because through this song, I share me, the fake me, and the real me. And I ask you not to judge me, because I'm already judging myself. But be with me. And there's one more thing I want to add. I hope I don't live out this song to the very end, to age 80 and beyond. And I hope I change before I die, so that I can truly connect with somebody and be happy. It's what I really want. As I sing this song for you, you'll see where my life may end up, but maybe not. I'm too busy for love, just too busy for love. I'm too busy for love, just too busy for love. I'm hanging with friends and I'm playing the field. I've just started school and I'm not like those fools who are stuck with one girl who makes all the rules. No, this 20-year-old is for parties and pools. I'm just too busy for love. Anyway, who would want me? I go to the gym and I look at the guys, they're bigger than me and I just want to hide. I ain't got a car and I live with my mom, never saw love and I ain't had a date since the prom. I saw this neat girl, but she's so far above. Well, anyway, I'm just too busy for love. I'm too busy for love, just too busy for love. I'm 40 years old and just on the verge of making the bucks that would allow me to splurge. Women always seem to want me around, but if my career is going to get off the ground, I've got to work and drink and play with the ones who have the power. So I can't cower when some bitch is wanting another hour. No way, I'm just too busy for love. Anyway, who would want me? The other day I passed out when I came home. Too much drinking, my head feels like foam. I don't want to tell them how scary it feels to be one step from nobody if I can't keep making those deals. Plus, I don't really think I'm that great in bed. And sex matters to women, or so someone said. So it's really good that my head's in a jug, 'cause I'm just too busy for love. I'm just too busy for love. At 80, I really have it made. I hang by the pool and I sit in the shade. Nobody's there to take up my time. I can do whatever feels sublime. I drink when I want and I eat what I like, and then sweat it off on the exercise bike. All play and no work. That's really my tune. To exchange all that for a woman who fumes? That's a dumb idea. I'd have to be a loon, because I'm living the life without a wife, and I'm just too busy for love. Anyway, who would want me? I'm a shriveled old man, and I pee in my pants. I'm stuck in my ways, and I don't have a chance. Even to this day, I don't know what to say to make a woman smile that way. You know, the look that makes your heart melt, and the touch of skin that feels like felt. I'm too old to change, and who'd want to start to even see if I have a heart? I don't have the money to make it worthwhile, and for each step I take I need to walk a mile, and I'd rather give up than say what's up. And anyway, I'm just too busy for love. Just too busy for love.
Yeah, well, he's asking not to be judged, but honestly, that song pisses me off. I've been on the receiving end of that guy so often, and I want to tell you, it's not fun. You know what? I'd like to sing my own song, Nobody's Woman, which tells my story. But I also want to say, to share this embarrasses me a little, to have to reveal how often I've felt the pain of rejection and how much I've longed for the guy who never came or even acted like an ass. I wish I weren't so vulnerable and easily hurt. I think I would like to look stronger or more independent. I would like to at least look more self-confident, more self-reliant. But honestly, here I am. And maybe that's a good thing. I'm nobody's woman, I'm nobody's girl, I'm nobody's sweetheart, I'm nobody's pearl. When are you coming round that corner to rescue me from myself? Who's going to say that I am pretty and take me off the shelf? Night and day, I'm really alone. No calls on the phone saying when I come home I'll bring us some dinner and I'll rub your back and we'll watch a show. And I'll hang around and I'll make us a snack. I'm nobody's woman, I'm nobody's girl, I'm nobody's lover, I'm nobody's pearl, I'm nobody's mother, and I'm nobody's wife. There's no one to share with this miserable life. On the other hand, I'm nobody's woman, I'm nobody's girl, I belong to myself. And you can unfurl that thing and think I'll drop everything and treat you like a king, 'cause I'm nobody's woman except mine. And the truth is I'm really doing fine. And nobody calls on the phone and says, will dinner be ready when I'm home? And I really gotta work late tonight, and I'm telling you now, 'cause I don't wanna fight. If I'm gonna be alone, I'd rather know it. If I'm gonna be alone, I'd rather face it. I saw a little girl at the grocery. She looked so scared when her mother yelled. I wanted to take her in my arms, I wanted to take her home with me, but I can't. I'm nobody's woman, I'm nobody's girl, I'm nobody's sweetheart, I'm nobody's pearl. I never really thought it would be this way, even though that's all I ever saw. I always thought I'd be the lucky one, and a man would open the door to a life of love. I don't know. I want to be somebody's woman. I want to be somebody's girl. I want to find someone who's worthwhile, who knows how to touch me and cares if I smile. I want to fight with him, grow with him, walk a mile with him. man or woman, you're just round the corner. Until you come, I won't be a mourner, because honestly, I'm not really by myself, and I'm not putting me on a shelf, and I'm not waiting to live my life till someone makes me into their wife. 'Cause I'm my woman, I am my girl, I am my sweetheart, and I am my pearl, and I love me, I love me, I love me.
Well, I felt really touched by that song. It got to me. Okay, I may have been a jerk a lot of my life, but miracles can happen. Remember in the song, Too Busy for Love, I talked about wanting someone to be sent from above? Well, it happened, and it was her. And I wasn't 80 yet, and I wasn't dead. So you showed up in my life, and I felt like you were sent from above. And for some reason, I actually responded strongly. I fell in love. And finally, I had a chance to be happy, truly happy. Met a girl I think can make me happy. Met a woman who I think can make me happy. I never thought I could. I always thought I should. I always hoped I would be so happy. I think this is the one. I think life has begun being so happy. So happy. So happy.
Yeah, well, I felt that real joy for a while as well. And I had hope too. But it didn't last, did it? And I ended up crushed, embarrassed, and feeling like a fool. Let me tell you about it. I met a guy I thought would make me happy. Met a guy I thought my love would make so happy. At first we were just fine. We love was just divine. But then we started to date. He started coming late. I'd ask him where he was. He accused me of making a fuss. He said I was insecure, that his love for me was pure, and we should just relax and be so happy. And we should just relax and be so happy. Oh, so happy. Oh, so happy. Met a guy I thought would make me happy. I met a guy I thought my love would make so happy. My life became a mess. I bought another dress. We talked to all our friends who said love always ends. I spent my nights in tears. He took off 4 more beers. I jumped into the pool, and now I feel like a fool, and I just am not happy. I really thought this man would make me happy. Make me happy. Oh, so happy. Where did he go?
Yeah, I get it. You were pissed at me, but you weren't the only one who felt hurt. I was angry at you too because you were only thinking of yourself. Here I opened myself up to being close, and I was really trying for the first time in my life to be considerate, responsive, a partner. And you weren't very patient with me, or very appreciative of how different I was from my usual self, which you've seen. Or at least how different I was trying to be. You didn't see that I was struggling against everything inside me that yelled, "Run!" and that I just didn't know how to cope. And then you threatened to leave me, which was the thing I feared most. The truth is, you hurt me too. When do you leave? Where are you going now? This time I really thought you would stay. I'm scared to face my life alone. Don't go. Isn't there another way? I've changed all I can, trying to be what you want. I always thought that we could make a new start. Now I've come to feel that you were playing me. I wonder if you really have a heart. We walked in the park and declared our love. You turned your face to me and gave me a kiss. You said that you loved me like nobody else. You said your time with me was really bliss. I'm turning away because I disgust myself. My heart is turning black and blue. I hope I'll be better off if you're out of my life. I'll be chasing after me instead of you. We walked in the park and declared our love. You turned your face to me and gave me a kiss. You said that I love you like nobody else. You said your time with me was really blessed. Some people say that God don't make no junk. I want to believe that statement is true. I want to believe I'll get over this pain. But right now, I'm just feeling pretty blue. When do you leave? I just want you to go. My heart is looking for someone to love. And maybe that person is really me. Maybe that love comes from above.
Of course he would say that. It's just like him to turn himself into the victim. I thought he would really change. I thought he would fight for me. Oh well. Never mind. I guess he's just not the one after all.
Yeah. Ever been there? Is there anybody here who has never been there? One of these characters? I have, over and over. So, before we find out what happens, and as I told you, don't go home. I'd love to hear from you if any of you would like to share any feelings that have come up during the show. Please. Oh, first of all, we are recording this. If you're sitting in the audience, nobody will see your face. But if you don't even want your voice to be recorded, just tell us and we'll stop the camera. We want people to feel safe to share what's in their hearts, because this touches on some pretty personal stuff that I think many of us have lived through ourselves. So please share if you feel the call.
I guess I just sort of didn't feel, the excitement part of love. What were they fighting for? The benefits and the joy of love.
Yeah.
It was just the darker side, I guess. And maybe it was there, but it just felt like a little on the darker side to me.
Okay.
They were just
Yeah,
having
it's true. This is, and we wouldn't have so many divorces and miserable marriages if this didn't exist in so many relationships. People who are just can't bring it together, can't get together, or just always unhappy with each other.
Yeah, what's striking to me and that stands out in a lot of the lyrics and stories so far is the emphasis in each of the other ones on the other one to bring them happiness.
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
And that's when I look back at my life, I'm when I look back, I see previous versions of myself and I say, oh, that's what you were looking for. But now I know that that's not real. That's not how you're gonna find happiness. And so I'm frustrated with these characters right now. So
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yes. Yes. Get them.
Yeah.
Too bad they're so much like us.
Right.
You know? Yes.
It makes you think or wonder if life is just a series of emotional turmoil.
Well, you can answer that question. Yeah. But you might be surprised at what happens next, because, sneak preview, we actually learned something for a change. And in real life, unfortunately, many of us never learn anything. We just keep repeating and repeating and repeating that emotional turmoil that you're talking about. And that's right.
I was just thinking how I've definitely been there in my life, but the characters aren't taking each other's stories into account. So they both had backgrounds before they were together.
That's right.
And they are believing things about who they are based on their story. And
That's
then this
right.
other person is just looking at their actions instead of taking into account how their story plays into the message they're receiving, right? Because it's
Exactly.
we're hearing messages based on who we are from others, not always because of what the person's doing. And so, yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
You're absolutely right. That's absolutely right. We don't look beneath the surface. Well, that's what he was saying to her. You know what I mean? You're not even trying to understand me, but I also can understand how she feels. The guy disappears, and you're in a dance with who? So no, but what you're saying is completely on. And don't we do this? And doesn't this look like our world today? I mean, if we were really past this, our world wouldn't look the way it does, right?
We were lucky that we met in high school in 1970 or 57 and still married.
Wow. More power to you.
61 years.
More power to you. And happily married. I mean.
Well, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Anyone else want to share something before we, yes?
I just want to say I'm very touched by the man's character who's saying he's too busy for love, but then, well, but anyway, who would want me? To reveal that insecurity. But then there's this bravado on the outside
Right.
when it's really about his own insecurity. And I tell you, I deal with that with my partner a lot because I find that a lot of times he gets angry on the outside, but really it's this little boy inside that's insecure and hurt.
Yeah.
So I was really touched by how you placed that in that song and the character played that was very nice.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Well,
Few
I-
good words in my mouth.
I did, but that is, well, I should tell you guys how this show came about. Is one day James asked me if I would write a one-man show for him, because although I'm an improvisational pianist with a classical background who was, if you read the playbill, I couldn't play between the age of 15 and 73 when I started to, God told me to start improvising, and I did, and my God, I'm playing. But that's not the important part, but what I want to say is, so James asked me if I would write a one-man show for him, and the next day, Rozz said, would you write a one-woman show for me? I mean, is this destiny speaking? Right? So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to say no? So I said yes, and this music started pouring through me like I had no control over it. I just kept hearing the music, and I kept playing, and I just improvised on the, it's very odd. I put the lyrics in front of me, and then I start improvising the piano part, the music. And then it immediately became obvious it was one show. And this is James, and this is Rozz. These are because I wrote this music for them, I went into their hearts. And so what you're saying about, that is James. 1 minute he's totally open, loving, and the next minute he's angry and shut down, and underneath it is all that vulnerability. And it's the same thing with Rozz. She goes back between being like tough and being vulnerable and being in pain and being confused. So I'm so lucky because the characters are the real people who are playing in this show. But I also am that, right? And I see other people too. So I think this was really great. I really appreciate your sharing. And now, let's see what happens.
All right. So you wouldn't believe, or maybe you would, that being without her was so much more painful than I could have imagined. Maybe I had been a little hasty about giving up on us. Maybe I had just run again, run away from taking risks, run away from confronting myself, going deep. Right after the breakup, I had the thought, give it time, the pain will go away after a while, and you'll be back to your old self. But the pain didn't go away. If anything, it got worse. I started to feel hopeless about my life. Sure, I had felt annoyed by her complaints. Complaints I had heard from other women, by the way. And at first, I rationalized my behavior. Why wouldn't I want to get away from a nagging woman? And I convinced myself that I was completely justified in every way. In the ways that I acted and the way I reacted. But maybe deep down I wasn't so sure she wasn't right. Maybe I was at fault. Maybe I was self-absorbed, insensitive, detached. Maybe I had gotten close to her for a while, but then withdrew to my silo without even noticing. Maybe I had abandoned her without admitting it. And even in those moments when I did admit it, I just felt helpless to change and didn't really try. But now I'm done justifying myself. The truth is, I can't stand the pain of being without her. After having been so close, after having experienced the cuddling, the warmth, the love, the companionship. Being alone is just too unbearable. And so I'm willing to admit that I have a problem. I connect for a while and then jump back into my silo. And admitting that I do that means something has already changed in me. It's not just her who's nagging me to change. It's me wanting to change too. I don't want to be in my silo. I don't want to be alone anymore. And I'm ready to do something about it. Honey? My egoic pride doesn't want me to say this, but I need to ask you to forgive me. I come to you asking for forgiveness. I come to you begging for another chance. Since you've been gone, my heart's been drenched with sadness. I miss your smile, your touch, your laugh, your glance. All of my friends tell me I am foolish to think that you will give me another chance. I realize now that I have really hurt you. I know the truth, that I was in a trance, but I can change the dance. I can change the dance. Will you forgive me and give me another chance?
Oh God, this is so difficult. I just don't know what to do. Should I forgive him and try again? On the one hand, I feel so sad and lonely. I miss the calls he'd make on his way home where he'd say, "Hey, I'll bring us dinner," and later make us a snack and rub your back. But after showering me with love, he would just withdraw into himself. And it just tore me up. If I take him back, my friends will think or even say I'm setting myself up for disappointment. Hell, I'd say the same thing myself. What should I do? Wasn't there a better guy out there? Someone who was different, more warmer, more connected, more consistent. I don't know. I've already been looking for years. Yet, what am I thinking? If I try again, wouldn't I be selling myself out? Wouldn't he do the same things over and over? And wouldn't I end up feeling that old pain and have to leave him again? But if I don't take him back, won't I be cheating myself and us of another chance? A chance and the possibility that it could be different. If I don't try, wouldn't I just be back to feeling that old pain and loneliness anyway? Pain either way. Oh well, who cares what people think? Ultimately, I have to be myself, fool or not. Myself, the woman you see here who feels love and has the guts to be hurt. Plus, I have to confess that I have tended to rationalize my own reactions. Oh yeah, while he was gone, I started to admit some not so pretty things about myself too. Maybe I was more shut down than I realized. Maybe I was using him. All my life, I wanted to be visible, important, center stage. Maybe I didn't care about him as much as I pretended. Maybe what I cared about was keeping his attention. Maybe I just wanted to be somebody's woman. But maybe I didn't really relate to him as much as I pretended to be relating. And when he withdrew, I just felt angry. Not only because I felt left alone again, but because he wasn't playing the role that I wanted him to play. I wanted him to be that devoted admirer. And I didn't really care much about him at all, what he was going through, or what he might be feeling. And when he complained about me, maybe I was a lot more defensive than I wanted to acknowledge. Maybe it was hard for him to feel safe with me too, because I was so quick to judge and slow to understand. Let me be honest. He acted like such a jerk, it really was easy to blame him and not look at myself at all. But now he's made an amends. Can I do the same? He says he can change. Do I believe him? And can I change too? Well, folks, I'm going to try.
Yay!
Let us both try. But I'm really scared. You come to me asking for forgiveness. You come to me begging for another chance. Since you've been gone, my heart's been drenched with sadness. I miss your smile, your laugh, your touch, your glance. All of my friends tell me I am foolish to even think of giving you another chance. But I'm so sad, I think it might be worth it to face ourselves, to try to change the dance. I realize now I saw you as an actor whose role was just to take me off the shelf. I'd be that star that I had always wanted, but with real love I could finally be myself. Let's try again while knowing you will fail me, and knowing too that I will fail myself. With open hearts we trust we can be different. By linking souls, we give ourselves a chance. We give ourselves a chance.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
I come to you.
I come to you.
Asking for forgiveness.
I come to you, hoping for another chance. Since you've been gone, I've seen myself more clearly. We're ready now to really change the dance, to really change the dance. Met a guy who really makes me happy.
Found a woman who has really made me happy.
We never thought we could,
We really hoped we would.
and here we are, and we can be so happy.
We never thought we would.
We always hoped we could, and now we've understood, and we're so happy.
Pretty cool, don't you think?
Yeah.
So now you're probably wondering, does this story have a happy ending? Yes, but it's happy only in the way that reality gives us happiness, with work and struggle, like what we just experienced. We fought for love, and we won. She and I, we fall on our faces a lot. We keep almost breaking up and coming back together, but we never break up again. We never leave each other again. And when either or both of us goes off the love track, we confront it together. I am so blessed. My heart bursts with love for this woman. No matter, she cares enough to try to understand me, no matter what. And is courageous enough to show me who she is, no matter her pride or fear. And I would call that a happy ending.
I agree. For better and worse, we stuck together. It wasn't easy, but it's been worth it. And that, for me, is the happy ending. But our story isn't over yet. Even happy endings contain some sadness too, don't they? This next song is about that. The bittersweet that is inevitably part of life. Even the happiness. And singing this song always makes me cry. But I want to share it with all of you. We grow old together, it's less shocking that way. How quick is the machete that cuts you the way? I cry as I see your hands wrinkle and fade, losing the strength of which you are made. As I look in the mirror, I see myself too, losing the armor that youth gives to you. But we grow together, and there's comfort in that. And I want to be with you for as long as we've got.
Well, that's our story. But we don't want to leave you on that note, because we have one more song to sing to you. The song that she and I sing together. The song that sums it all up for us and for all of us. We have distributed the lyrics, you have them there, so that you can take them home with you and also even sing with us. It's a song we wish everyone would sing and live. It's called Love is What's Worth Fighting For.
And I want to add that no, it's not right to take abuse, because there is no real love in that. And so sometimes it's more right to leave or to break up. But it's always right to fight for love, especially for ourselves. And how do we do that? Well, this song says it all.
These lyrics
tell us what to do. Drop our pride, get honest about ourselves, stop listening to our egos, join forces and start experiencing and spreading the love we all need. If you know the song, sing it with us. If not, sing it with us in your hearts.
Hearts need kindness to survive. Everyone needs holding. We all need to drop our pride. Destiny's unfolding.
We've been taught to think in foolish ways, to care only about me. But the truth can cause us fear inside, but we cannot run from it forever.
You can say whatever you like. Power is corrupting.
I want to build a world that's safe for me, that's safe for you, that's safe for all. Love is what's worth fighting for. Destiny's unfolding. Now we're listening to our hearts. We will change the world from the inside out. So you all have the words. We would love for you to join us. Please stand. And if you feel comfortable, take the hand of someone next to you. Give them a hug if you'd like. Or just join us in the fight for love. And And make sure that you sing out loud with us in these next 2 verses. At least hug the one you're with. You can say whatever you like. Power is corrupting.
I want to build a world that's safe for me, that's safe for you, that's safe for all. Love is what we're fighting for. Destinies unfolding. Now we're listening to our hearts. We will change the world from the inside, from the inside out. Thank you for coming.
Great.
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank this fabulous audience.
Great audience.
Thank you for identifying and sharing. And I want to thank James and Rozz for a fabulous job that they did.
Yay.
And I want to thank the Majestic Theater, and I want to thank everybody involved. So,
Well, we need to thank you, because we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
Oh, yeah.
does anyone feel like sharing something now? If so, please stay and tell us. Yes.
I love it because it's just so real, you know? It's like so many of our love stories are not really real, you know? They don't really get into the pain that we go through and the challenges and how we have to confront ourselves. So I can really relate, and it makes me just want to be better and do better with all the people that I love and everybody.
Well, that is the best outcome that we could possibly ask for, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To be inspired to do better. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Well, and if we all did that, my God, it's not just our personal relationships, but relationships at work, relationships with neighbors and the states, the world. I mean, if everybody tried to change for the better.
Right, if we all dropped our pride, if we all got honest with ourselves,
Yes.
right, and shared and made amends and all of this world would change overnight. But it's going to take a lot to get us to that point.
We can each walk out here doing that.
Yay! 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 Fabulous, fabulous.
One person at a time.
That's
Yeah.
Wow,
right.
that's right.
Anything else that people felt?
Well, a deepness that we all have, and if we are willing to open and look at that, what we're really feeling, and to be honest, you know, how did I hurt this person? What is my part? Instead of always blaming somebody else, which is so prominent.
I hate it. You know,
But
sometimes it's like, I don't want to say that I had a part here because he.
Yeah,
But you're so right.
yeah.
You're so right. And can you imagine national leaders doing that with each other?
Oh my God.
No.
but what a difference it would make.
It was really nice to have this in the intimate, smaller theater.
Very
Yeah.
great.
I think having this in the bigger theater, it wouldn't have had the same feeling. Yeah, this was really nice.
No, it was
Wonderful.
perfect in here, and I really felt you guys. And I can't tell you, this is the first musical that I've ever done, right? And everything is first for me. And to hear you laughing, it just gave me such joy. You know, and you guys did such a fantastic job. You sing so beautifully, you
Yeah.
put your hearts into it, you were these characters. Well, which you are these characters.
Beautiful job, you guys. That was awesome.
Thank you.
You were just wonderful.
Thank you so
And I-
much.